What's up, wave makers? It's Mommy Tsunami here, and today we have an update video about something we talked about like 2 weeks ago or something like that. If you guys remember us talking about Paradise Paintings being the MLM that sells diamond paintings. Yes, how could we forget? There have been a few updates, and I have to say thank you to the girls who helped me with the last video. They are the ones who provided me with the screenshots and things as well. I know Rissa was okay with me saying her name, but I don't know if the other girls are. You guys know who you are. Thank you very much. So Stacy Delgado, the owner, founder, whatever of Paradise Paintings, posted like a whole update about what is going on with the company, so I would like to just go through and read it. Everything is a big tornado of bullshit, so but okay, this post starts with just the facts. I want to candidly share the challenges that were placed on our company and our plans moving forward. If you haven't already guessed, this is going to be a lot of excuses. First, thank you all for continuing to be a part of our company and for standing with us and supporting our dream. On March 25th, as the company was in pre-launch, so many people joined in the first few hours, over 800, it crashed our back office. As such, while we had hoped to offer each Kanaka Maoli founder a replicated website, we were unable to immediately do so. Instead, we began with referral numbers. Replicated websites aren't still planned. I feel like that's like MLM 101, like basic, having each member have their own personalized website, and for her to say like, we're not even planning on doing it. The referral number thing is just not predictable, I guess. You have to make sure that whoever is purchasing from you is using your referral number during checkout, and it's like a small little box. Like, I feel like anyone could miss it, and then at that point, you're losing out on your commissions. I think it's kind of messed up to do it that way. Whatever, let's give them the benefit of the doubt because, you know, obviously a worldwide pandemic is not really a good time to try to start a business. Although, I'm like, why wouldn't you just wait until after? Because they launched like April 1st or something like that officially. But so March 25th is when they were in pre-launch. This has been going around in the United States anyway since like late February, early March. I only remember that because my husband and I went to New York, I think the first week in March. And when we were there, that was when the first confirmed case was in New York City. So I remember all that. She had a few weeks to be like, you know, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to launch right now, but she still did. So to me, I'm like, that's on you, chick. Anyway, if you're gonna be a legitimate MLM, can you please try to get a replicated website for your members? It's kind of like a necessary thing to successfully be able to pay your people. Shortly thereafter, when we opened up for customer purchases, we had an avalanche of sales, almost breaking our internet link. We were accepting credit cards, PayPal, and Wix for payment for starter kits and customer orders. I did receive some information. It's in this chat somewhere. The chat is really, really long, but basically in our last video, we talked about how Stacy, before Paradise Paintings, had tried to launch another MLM called Mystique Body, I think, and it was a temporary tattoo MLM. So she's gonna get into it in a minute here in this post, but basically people were requesting refunds from using PayPal, and PayPal froze her account for Paradise Paintings. So she was starting to use her Mystique Body PayPal account, even though Mystique Body, she claims, is shut down because of the pandemic. But why can't you shut down Paradise Paintings as well? I don't know. The whole thing is just excuses that don't make sense. The past. At the end of March of this year, two problems became apparent. Problem number one, a large number of distributors from a competing diamond painting company joined our company. There were 5 ringleaders. Sadly, their goal was not to build, but to poison. Once they granted access, they proceeded to illegally disseminate false information to the other members in the Facebook community about my personal and professional life, as well as that of my family, including but not limited to allegations that I had a criminal history and a prior company that had failed. Well, your prior company that had failed, it's definitely not successful. Mystique Body, you claimed it's shut down, but I believe she has intentions of bringing it back, but it certainly hasn't been successful. But I guess it depends on your definition of failure. They then filed for and encouraged others to file for refunds and disputes with PayPal, alleging that this was a fraudulent and illegal company. When PayPal, which is an agent for a bank or banks, receives a certain number of complaints, without exception, it will automatically and permanently freeze that account for 180 days. On April 22nd, PayPal froze over $19,000 of our assets. We have had our team of attorneys spend countless hours on the telephone and by email trying to resolve this issue, but to no avail. PayPal investigative departments were closed because problem number 2, on March 16th, the businesses in the city of Las Vegas and the state of Nevada were required to shut down because of the coronavirus pandemic. All shipments by law were halted. Also thinking we were doing business with only US-based suppliers, we assumed that deliveries would be received, albeit slowly. We learned that our suppliers, while US-based, were receiving parts from overseas and that shipments would be even slower. We immediately canceled our contracts with these suppliers and now have only US-based suppliers. What I have been told, and I am not a member of the diamond painting community. I know nothing about it except for what I'm learning now. From what I've been told, there aren't US manufacturers for every piece of these diamond paintings. So how are they only getting shipped from US based suppliers if they don't exist? I mean, maybe they do and I'm just unaware, but from what I've been told, like the little drill bits and stuff that you use to put the little diamonds on, I've heard that you can only get those from China. Again, I could be wrong. I don't know. But this goes back to how she's playing the victim here about being like, well, I thought it was all US based. It's like, well, you found out pretty quickly after you launched the company that not everything was based in the US. Like, how much research did you fail to do when you launched your company? You know? I feel like this should have been something that you could have figured out. I just don't think that a lot of planning and thought went into the launch of this company. But yeah, so now you have a bunch of people who are mad because they bought from this company thinking that everything was US based and they wanted to support a US based company and not something out of China. So that's why they were buying from here. But then all of a sudden it's like, oh, never mind, we lied. It's just really unprofessional. Because we were unable to receive products and ship out orders as a show of good faith due to our country's crisis and shutdowns, we are agreeing to refund everyone who does not want to wait without question, even though per the FTC industry standard and our terms and conditions, we are not required to. Oh, good job. You did the bare minimum of doing what's right. Good Lord. You want a fucking cookie? During this time, despite all this, we started shipping items we finally received and have paid some Kanaka Maoli bonuses, even using our personal funds. Oh God, you're just such a good person, Stacey. I mean, yeah, what are you supposed to do? Just fucking sit on a bunch of product that eventually gets delivered to you? People who paid for that shit, you're just gonna sit on it? Like, no, I mean, you should be shipping them out when you get them. Due to all this going on, all shipments and payments have been greatly affected. We have tried to rectify the situation to the best of our ability. Sadly, we cannot continue to ship products for which we have not received payment, nor can we pay commission on those purchases where payment was not received due to the PayPal being frozen. So basically she's saying like, you guys reported my company, so you're not getting your shit until it's resolved. And it's like, it's not their fault. I want to say their terms and conditions before all this said that shipping was like 14 to 21 days or some shit like that. And we'll get into it later, but they have greatly increased that since then. But it's like, if your terms and conditions say one thing and your shit hasn't arrived to you, you have every right to be like, you're not holding up your end of the deal, so I want my money back. There are people out of money right now who have given money to this company and have not received anything, and Stacey is sitting on top of it just like, you're not getting shit until I get my shit. It's like, this is your business. You're a business owner. Take responsibility. I have made announcements that your payments were going to be paid with the expectancy of having the PayPal funds released. No one was aware that the funds would not be released until a couple days ago. Please do not condemn the Alakai or your corporate owners. We are doing our best to make sure that the solution to this issue is best for everyone concerned. I mean, but after 180 days, you're saying that PayPal should release it, right? I mean, PayPal can't just keep all that money, so I don't really know how PayPal works. But at the very least, couldn't they refund all that money after the 180 days if she's not going to? Or are they just going to give it to her anyway? Like, because they're investigating them for being fraudulent. Like, why would you give that money to her? I don't know. The whole thing's really sketchy. Going forward. And this is where shit gets like really fucked up and I'm like, dude, this is bad. This is a scam. Everyone needs to run. We are requesting that every islander and customer who used PayPal request a refund. We will quickly approve it. Then repurchase your starter kit or customer order if you choose to do so through any available credit or debit card. Then please email corporate at paradisepaintingsinc@gmail.com. You will not lose your position. Of note, most direct sales companies do not accept PayPal. Yeah, that's because they're like professional and shit. and they have their own stuff on lockdown. They don't have to rely on fucking PayPal. But basically, yeah, they're saying, give us your money again, with the expectation that they're going to receive a PayPal refund. But like, after all of this shit, why would you be like, I'll give them another shot? It's just not a good idea. We have plans to manufacture our own supplies in a facility we found in Ohio as soon as we are permitted to do so. All right, good luck with that. You don't even have enough money to pay your people for the work they did. Like, you're gonna tell me you have enough money to rent out a manufacturing plant and start manufacturing your own shit? If this pandemic were not going on and things went as smoothly as they expected to, they would probably have a big profit by now. And I only say that because after I posted my first video, a lot of you guys were like, dude, I get my shit off of Wish or like AliExpress or this website or that website. Those big giant ones, I can get them for under 20 bucks. And it's like, they are selling them for $200. Insane. Absolutely buck wild. That price gouging is unreal. Why would anyone pay for that? I mean, I didn't know because I've never been a diamond painter. I didn't realize that they were that cheap. And I guess I didn't realize that a large diamond painting isn't actually worth $200. Holy moly, but I guess it makes sense. $200 is a lot for a bunch of fucking fake crystals and paper. Once the courts reopen, we will pursue legal action for libel and slander against the appropriate parties. Have the courts been closed? Like, maybe there's like restrictions on who can sue who right now, but like, I mean, the courts still have to operate. Like, crime and stuff is still happening. I don't know. It sounds like an excuse to me, but maybe I'm just ignorant on how the legal system works. We've had our charter, tax documents, and licenses filed as far back as March. Everything required by law is in place. We are ready to move forward. Please remember to email corporate once you ask for a refund and reorder so we can maintain your position in this growing company. Nothing's growing about this company right now. Thank you once again for your patience. We are living through a strange time, but we are strong. Let's build this dream together. Sincerely, Stacy L. Delgado, owner, founder, Paradise Paintings, Inc. Great. I don't know what the relation is of this girl to Stacy. I've been seeing her name all over the screenshots that I've been seeing. She seems to be like one of the founding members. I don't think she's like personally involved. I think she's just like one of the first people who got in, and now she's like one of the higher tiers or something. I don't know. Maybe she does have personal connections to Stacy. I'm not sure. So there's screenshots of her posting this comment after Stacy had posted what she posted. Everyone that placed any order with PayPal needs to file a dispute or request a refund to receive their money back. These requests are being processed ASAP. Once you have received your refund, you need to reorder your items to keep your title, rank, commission, and bonuses. Failure to reorder your items is a resignation from Paradise Paintings. So basically they're saying, if you don't give us another chance and reorder your shit, we're just gonna drop you. You're not part of Paradise Paintings anymore. It's like a threat. Like, it's messed up, especially because they had the whole like founder perks or whatever it was. Like, they're holding that over people's heads. Like, you don't want to lose all this shit. Here's a screenshot of, I don't know when this was. It might have been a while ago, but so all the Islanders for a while, the Islanders being the distributors, which you guys made it very clear in the comments how pretty fucking messed up it is that she's calling her distributors Islanders and using Hawaiian cultural stuff as her rank titles and things. Yeah, it's cultural appropriation for sure, and it's pretty messed up, and I didn't address that in the first video because I guess I didn't really realize it, but now I'd like, yeah, thanks for pointing it out to me. I think it's really gross. Anyway, so the Islanders, in order to purchase things for themselves, they had to go on the Paradise Paintings website and log in, and the password was Aloha. Yeah, no one's gonna guess that. Don't give out the password to anyone to shop from. If you do, you will not get your sales commission and could result in termination. This is for you, not for customers. And then Stacy gets all sassy when someone asks where their kit is and where their commission is, and she says, well, you can send an email to corporate to ask that instead of here on the group. Okay, sassy McSasserpants. Here's another screenshot they sent me of Stacy saying she's going into hiding because people are harassing her. Just playing the victim. So then they updated their shipping policy. Basically at the bottom in big bold letters it says, due to coronavirus and shipping delays, shipping is at 6 to 8 business weeks until the pandemic is over. We apologize for the inconvenience during this unprecedented time. And you know what? I get it. You know, like, I think we all understand that a lot of companies are having issues with shipping and stuff right now, you know, working with skeleton crews and things like that. But 6 to 8 weeks. That's insane. Like, I don't even know of any other companies who are also struggling that hard. The screenshot basically says that they're not accepting customer orders, although I feel like you can still go and order stuff on their website. The last time I checked, you could, even if you're not signed up with them. But anyway, just saying that Islanders receive 10% for each Makana order from personally sponsored team members. Wasn't it 25% before? Yeah, okay, so before, all personally sponsored orders you would get 25% for, so they've bumped it down to 10%? Which is really messed up. I guess most companies are allowed to be like, hey, we're changing our terms and conditions and you can't say anything about it, but it's still messed up. It's just literally like, I'm promising you this much money if you sell something. Never mind. I'm cutting that more than in half. I'm cutting that by like 60%. Like, and for what? Because PayPal froze your shit? Take responsibility and do what's right. It's stupid. Oh, here's something from Mystique Body. Someone commented on Mystique Body and said, spam/scam. Website doesn't even open. And Stacy replied with, the company closed due to coronavirus. Duh! It's a temporary tattoo company, not a scam. Okay, that's really professional. It just goes to show who's running this company, what kind of person they are. It ain't cute. I was also sent this screenshot of, I guess, terms and conditions from somewhere else. These were not the ones that I found on their website. This is a screenshot from something else. But there's a section about professionalism coming off of that last post. Let's read about it and see what Stacy considers to be professional. You must ensure that your postings are truthful and accurate. This requires that you fact check all materials that you post online. You should also carefully check your postings for spelling, punctuation, and grammatical errors. So I'm glad we're all sticking to these terms. Now that last screenshot they have fixed, they actually fixed it while I was editing the last video. But still, like that's a pretty big mistake to make. But you know, in her professionalism section, it doesn't say anything about being sassy. So I guess you can be as sassy as you want. Prohibited postings. Islanders may not make any postings or link to any postings or comment on other materials that is explicit, offensive, unlawful behavior, engages in personal attacks on any individual, group, or entity. I'm looking at you, Stacy, or is in violation of any intellectual property, blah, blah, blah. So if you are an Islander with this company, you are not allowed to like comment on anything considered pornographic. Why? What does that have to do with Paradise Paintings? It says Islanders, they're not allowed to comment on harmful, defamatory, harassing, discriminatory, any of that kind of shit. Well, that's gonna be really hard to enforce with a boat full of Huns, you know? Because that's just what they do. Like, being in an MLM by nature is just like harassment to other people, you know? Oh, here's a good one. Responding to negative posts. Do not converse with one who places a negative post against you. Does that include Stacy? Holy moly. Report negative posts to the Paradise Paintings Inc. with screenshots. What are you gonna do about it? You can't fucking delete other people's posts. What are you gonna do? Sue them? Responding to such negative posts often simply fuels a discussion with someone carrying a grudge that does not hold themselves to the same high standards as Paradise Paintings Inc. and therefore damages the reputation and goodwill of yourself and Paradise Paintings Inc. The Huns refer to a lot of things that aren't negative as negativity. If your definition of someone being negative is they don't agree with me, it's not being negative. It's like coming to a decision based on factual evidence. But no, you're not allowed to talk to these people because they're just gonna try to brainwash you out of our brainwash. I don't know. There are screenshots of her business license. Also, I guess a few people have been paid for their work in the company, but most people haven't. There's a screenshot of this Islander bragging about getting her first paycheck while everyone else hasn't. This is probably in a private group, so maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's not against FTC guidelines. Whether or not it's against the FTC to post stuff like this, it's still really tacky. There are a lot of people who are like, yo, this is insensitive. Like, all of us aren't getting paid. How come you're getting paid? How come you're bragging about being paid when the rest of us aren't? I agree. Just in general, MLMers shouldn't be posting, I got paid this much, da, da, da. I mean, it's a screenshot, so it's proof, I guess. It's not like this is a false income claim, but it's still tacky and insensitive nonetheless. And you want to talk about professionalism. It ain't that, sweetie. One commenter made a good point. When you're posting stuff like this, it's like you're trying to tell people that they will also earn this, but nothing is guaranteed. That's true. No one is guaranteed to make however much money she made in that screenshot, you know? So maybe it does go against something FTC wise. I'm not positive. This screenshot is, I think, what was floating around where Stacey was saying that people were falsely saying that she had prior criminal convictions and like money issues. Someone ran a report on whatever website this is, and it came back saying that Stacey Delgado may have had trouble in the past with money. I don't think this is concrete evidence to say that she has, especially since some of these websites are kind of sketchy. And usually, you know, you have to pay to see this information anyway. So, you know, unless they actually paid for it, and is she the only Stacey Delgado in Ohio? Well, I think she's in Las Vegas now, but she's from Ohio from what I understand. So are we even sure that this is the real Stacey Delgado? She's the same woman we're talking about, you know? This is just based on the screenshots I've seen, so I can't say whether or not there's more proof out there. On June 16th, Stacey posted, FYI, due to the coronavirus, everyone has increased prices on everything. Diamond paintings are included. Our suppliers have increased prices as well as the Postal Service. Thank goodness the Postal Service didn't increase as significantly as our suppliers. Okay, the Postal Service is regulated by the government, and like I ship stuff out a lot, and you know, maybe they did raise the prices a little bit, but whatever it is, it's like completely insignificant because I haven't really noticed an increase in shipping prices on like my merch and stuff when I ship it out. I feel like with something like diamond paintings, why do you need to increase the prices of it? I mean, I understand supply and demand and stuff like that, but these are diamond paintings. Shipping is increased to $10 for USA and territories. For now, Canada shipping is staying where it is. You'll see a significant increase in our paintings, and especially the ones that offer different sizes. We are very hopeful that this is just temporary. We strive to provide high quality paintings at the most reasonable prices. The website is being updated to reflect these prices. You will see paintings no longer visible. They will be back with the price changes on them. Dude, like I mentioned earlier, reasonable prices, they're already price gouging as it is. Like, I just feel like she's extremely money hungry. Like, if you can buy a large painting on AliExpress for $15, $20, there's no reason why your price should be $200 for the same thing. There's no reason for it, except the fact that you just want money. But again, what do I know about diamond paintings? I just know what you guys have told me in the comments. But it does seem really, really sketchy. Okay, and this is the last screenshot. This is posted by someone named Abel Delgado, and I'm wondering if this is like her dad? I mean, it could be her husband or something, but from what I was told, her profile picture that she uses is something that she uses on dating sites. It was a picture taken specifically for her to use on dating sites, so I'm like, okay, are you married then? Like, what? I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate on her relationship status or who this person is, but his last name is also Delgado, so I'm going to assume that he is somehow related to Stacey. This post is just, it's like straight boomer energy. Attention everyone, it has come to my attention that the frustration and confinement of the coronavirus, along with the delivery service in America being shut down to almost nothing, is causing tensions among the tribes and team leaders. See, that's right. They call your teams your tribes, and that's so gross. I don't think the frustration and confinement of the coronavirus is what's making people upset that they're not getting their paintings. I don't think that they have ever provided any kind of proof that justifies 6 to 8 weeks shipping. Like, they make it sound like no one is shipping shit right now. I don't know. I've ordered a lot of shit online. Since the coronavirus happened, and yeah, maybe it'll take a little bit longer, like up to a week longer than normally. The country is not shut down from shipping shit. I ship shit out myself. I go out to the post office and ship stuff. Like, it's not shut down. Excuses. Anyway, let me set everyone straight. Yes, Abel, please. I and corporate will no longer take anyone being disrespectful to anyone affiliated with the company. If you feel this strongly about our company and corporation, then leave. Your orders will be filled when we receive it and no sooner. I don't think anyone is expecting you to ship out a product that you don't physically have. But I think what the problem is that, you know, they're trying to play the victim and say this isn't their fault, it's their suppliers who are taking forever to get their shit to them. Well, it sounds like they are partnered with some pretty sketchy suppliers. I've heard speculation saying that this is all just like drop ordered from AliExpress, which would make sense because, you know, shipping from China right now probably is slower than usual, I can imagine. And then that that has to ship out to them. It's like when you order off of Wish and it can take like 4 to 6 weeks to get to you. Like AliExpress is pretty much the same thing. So those rumors and speculations I can see possibly being a thing, but that's really messed up if that's true. If you made an MLM off of drop shipping from AliExpress, that's really messed up. But that's just speculation. It's not fact. I don't know these things. But anyway, I guess the point is that you clearly partnered with a company, a supplier that is not upholding any sort of professionalism at all. And I think that's your fault. You should have researched this shit before. No partial orders will be shipped. There are no refunds after 3 days from purchase. What? See, that's just so messed up. We are all under the same amount of stress and aggravation. Let me remind you, not all of you, the golden rule, in case you forgot. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Tell Stacy that then. I know your parents taught you this. When emailing or private messaging your team leaders, ally, or corporate owners, remember to respect them and speak to them accordingly as you would like for them to respond to you. Stacy kind of comes out the gate just being a defensive jerk 9 times out of 10 when you address her, so it's kind of hard to respectfully address somebody that way, but anyway. If your teams are not in the main group, get them in here or the team member will be removed. So if someone isn't in the Facebook group, you're just gonna kick them out of the entire company? Someone will gladly take your position. We created this company for you. No, you fucking didn't. You created it for yourself to make profit. Clearly, if you're price gouging the way you are. We're not greedy. Our motto is a good deal is when everyone makes money, as you can see in our comp plan. There's nothing that's a good deal about this company. The payments have not been made due to some business issues that will be worked out this week. We have been trying to pay people as we can, including using our own stimulus money. No, it wasn't just the team leaders that got paid. Well, but you're probably paying the higher ups first and then working your way down the pyramid, right? Our mission is not to remove team members from their teams or to remove teams from team leaders, but to help them grow so that we, company and you, can grow. If you have a problem with an islander and can't resolve the problem, then I will remove them, not the team leader. Team leaders will be held to the policies and procedure statements in the social media policies outlining team leader responsibilities. This is not up for discussion or negotiation. There are over 7 billion people in this world. I'm more than sure someone will be glad to take your place. I really don't care if you think I'm screaming. I am. Enough is enough. No one is forcing you to stay. Ooh, he mad. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Like you're gonna sit here and make a post. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. This is the first I've ever heard of him, and this is the way he's talking to people. Enough is enough. We, the corporation, want to have you with us as we grow, but you, as an adult, have to make that choice. Speaking down to your members and distributors is probably not the way to do it. Like you're talking down to people as if they're children. To set everyone straight, oh, here we go. I'm an honorably discharged United States Marine, disabled in a motorized wheelchair. My wife is a criminal justice student, 4 years with a 4.0 GPA all the way through. She's also an amputee above the left knee and soon to lose the right leg also. We are far from being scammers. Okay, so being an amputee means you can't fucking scam people? This is news to me. I'm pretty sure anyone can be a scammer. We are 100% totally legit, local, county, state, and federal with insurance and corporate lawyers, and everything is being forwarded to our attorneys. So this makes me think that he must be her dad or something, because I don't think that Stacy is a criminal justice student who's an amputee. I mean, maybe. I don't fucking know. She could be. The choice is yours. Stay or get out, but you or anyone else will not disrespect our islanders, ally, senior executives, or corporate owners. No company or corporation will ever tolerate this. But they do. Like, I think part of being an adult is just being like, this person doesn't like me. Oh well, move on. I mean, if it's something serious, yeah, you can address it. But like, if people leave you a mean comment on Facebook, you're gonna fucking go off like this shit. Big corporations and like respectable companies don't act that way. From this day forward, all policies and procedures will be enforced as well as disciplinary actions. Our mission is not to remove you, but to help you grow so we can grow. But first, you need to grow up and be the adult you're supposed to be. Thank you for your attention and your understanding. It's just so condescending. To those that are checking the BBB for this corporation, it will not be listed. To be listed with the BBB, the company has to be in operation for 2 years or more. We've been operating since April 1st as a sole proprietorship. Then the corporate charter and license was done on April 6th. Abel Delgado, owner/VP. Yep, that's the statement made by that guy. Anyway, that's pretty much all the updates I have for now. Again, if more happens, I'll keep you guys updated. This company is just a shitstorm. It's an interesting shitstorm at that, though. I'm drawn in, I'm intrigued. But hey, you know what time it is. It's time to think. my patrons. The biggest thank you in the world goes to Amanda McMahon, Corey Allison, Irene Nordeed, Michelle Matthews, Unknown System Error, Katrina Rosemarek, Diane McIntyre, Elizabeth Wyatt, Karina Winman, Maria Burchett, Meredith Nakata, Molly Wasilewski, Real Fly Realize, Whitney Gregory, April Lindblom, Ashley Nichols, Bobby, Boris Geller, Brianna Coulter, Clark Grace, Daniel Urena, Desiree Lopez, E. Higgins, Eve Blondo, Hey Felicia 93, JP Eugenio Schaefer, Jackie Waple, Jenny Ruby, Justin Kelsey, Katie and Nick, Kelly Creffield, Kim Cartwright, Kimberly Taylor, Maddie Darley, Molly Bresson, Rachel McHenry, Sammy Jessamy, Savannah Krakoskis, Tuesday the 13th, Vanda's Closet, and Whitney James, and to the rest of my wonderful patrons, and to you, even if you're not a patron, thanks for being here, thanks for being you, thanks for making it to the end of this video, and as always, keep making waves, babes, and I will smell you later. Mommy Tsunami out.